What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. It's episode 22, and we've got a doubleheader for you guys. Two dear friends of mine, incredibly talented individuals. I'm talking about Darryl Williams, bassist extraordinaire, incredible artist, and also bassist to the stars. And then a new guy on the scene, Gino Rosaria, fantastic keyboardist. If you listen to Sirius, you've definitely heard his first single, which I had the good fortune of producing. And he's got a new single that just came out today, features Elon Trotman. It's called Sunday 3 p.m. So we're going to have some fun with both of those individuals. Real quick, if you're digging the vibes, please click share. We want to spread the love, spread the music. We're having so much fun on these Mondays. And by the way, this is the final Monday of AH Live. But don't worry, starting next week, we're going to be on Wednesdays. Same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday going forward. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that later. I've got an incredible schedule, and we're kicking off September with a legendary guest. But we got to get to the music first, right? It's all about the music. And we're going to start off with a tune. We're going to go old school. It's off my first record, featured Huge Groove. A little bit of I Don't Mind. my goodness, that was just a little bit of I Don't Mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much music to get to today. We've got 2 songs from Darryl. We've got Gino's brand new single, and so I want to get straight to it. But real quick, just a quick reminder, we appreciate the support from you guys so much. You guys have been incredible from day one. If you want to help out the show, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and now this is only the 3rd week we've had stars enabled too, so you can click on the star button if you want to donate. It all goes right back into the show. So we really appreciate you guys and your support. You'll be listed in the credits at the end of the episode. And thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with Mr. Darryl Williams. He's toured with everybody from Shaka Khan to Huge Groove to Peter White. The list goes on, and he's had 4 smash tunes on the Billboard charts as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the one and only San Diego's own Darryl Williams.
All right, what's up, Darryl Williams? How you doing today?
Adam Holly, what's going on, my man?
Man, I'm better now. So good to connect with you, man. We've been making music a long time, so it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Hey, man, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Man, no, pleasure's all mine, and I want to dive right in. You are an incredible solo artist and also bassist to the Stars. I mean, I'm going to take up this whole interview just going down your credits, but I want to start at the beginning because you started off in San Diego, and I've learned a lot about San Diego from you. Just give us an idea of just how vivid a music scene it was down there and getting your start in San Diego.
Well, in San Diego, when I was 18, 19 years old, I used to sneak into all the clubs, and that's when Art Good was really hot. In he was mainly in San Diego with KIFM, the radio station there, one of the biggest on the West Coast at the time. So, man, there was so much music going on, and Art had something going on 7 days a week. So you could see Fatburger, you could see Mark Lessman, you could see Hollis Gentry. I mean, there were just so many guys, and it was happening every night of the week. And I used to sneak in the clubs on the weekends with this fake ID, watch people. The ID was an expired driver's license. Didn't look anything like me. And I show the guy, and he look at it, look at me, look at the license. Okay. One guy actually said, "You know this is expired." "Oh yeah, I'm waiting on the new one."
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, but it was a lot going on at the time, so I used to sneak in the clubs, and you know, that's where I got to meet a lot of these guys, and that's where I met Art originally.
Yeah.
You know, being underage. And then I started working with a lot of these guys at a really early age, so it was really cool, man.
Please tell us the story about you going to Japan. This is just, I love it. It's hilarious, and you know, that was a beginning for you. Give us a little background on that.
Okay, so right out of high school, I was in a band with my brother, my cousin, and some really close friends. And we got offered a gig in Japan for 4 months in one club. Okay, so we played from 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning. I think we did 6 sets.
Oh, wow.
It was 6 45-minute sets. Well, actually, it was 3 1-hour sets and then 3 45 minutes. I mean, but the experience, we were unchaperoned at the time. It was right out of high school. Well, it was about a year for me out of high school. I was 18 or 19. You know, we were all under 20. So we were all teenagers. So it was crazy, man. You know, we were playing, hanging out all night. And I think the drinking age at that time in Japan, I believe it was 18, I think. So we were all drinking at the time. I'm not a big drinker now, but then we were just having fun, man. Unchaperoned, having a party, playing music.
Wow.
Enjoying ourselves. every night, riding bikes in Japan in the snow too. It's crazy, man. You saw Purple Rain, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
With the guitar. Well, that was me on a bike.
Just tell us a little bit about what it's like playing with Shaka Khan, Richard Elliott, Peter White, Gerald Albright, Mindy Abair. I'm going to take up the whole interview, but man, what a cast of characters, man.
Okay, here's the Mindy Abair thing.
Okay.
I've known Mindy since I was 21 years old. We're the same age. I met Mindy when she first moved out to LA from Boston. I think she had just graduated from Berkeley, moved to LA, and we were kind of playing with this one guy named T. Fox who lives in Las Vegas right now. But yeah, we were just doing gigs around San Diego then. It was crazy. That's actually where Art met Mindy Abair.
Wow.
Originally was with T. Fox, I think, or something like that. Yeah, long time. So I have a lot of history with Mindy, as far as playing and stuff. But man, working with all those guys is incredible. Peter White, of course, all guys I've looked up to. Richard Elliott.
Yeah.
Shaka Khan was a phenomenal one. I worked with her in 03 and 04.
Okay.
Of course, we worked together with Huge Groove.
Huge Groove, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's early on from when we met. I remember we met at the casino, Pala Casino, and shortly thereafter, you were nice enough to recommend me to use. Or he was looking for a sub. Ross Bolton had a family vacation, and man, really, ladies and gentlemen, it's all your fault. You're stuck with me right now because it's this man, Darryl Williams, really got me into the contemporary jazz scene, and I'm always grateful for that, man, because
but your incredible ability is what really did it, And
but I still owe you a commission on all these gigs, I think, right?
I'm waiting.
Hey man, check is in the mail. Check is in the mail. Here to stay. And man, tell us about this album, man, because it's no easy task going from, as Dave Koz always says, sideman to star. And man, what a great record.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. I started working on that originally when I moved from Las Vegas in 07. So I already had a lot of those songs written, most of them. And I moved really slow. I started working with Huge at the end of 07, the beginning of 08.
Okay.
So he played on Harvest and Way in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Just to give you an idea of how long I was working on that record. So then, I reached out to a lot of individuals and no one said no. So I had, of course, Huge Groove played on the record. Michael Lincoln, Adam Hawley played on the record, of course.
Yeah.
Paul Brown played on the record. Jonathan Fritzen, Scott Wilkie, Marcus Anderson, Jeff Lorber, of course, who played on your record as well.
Yeah.
Ashling Cole, who's killing it on Sunday's Best now.
You've got this new single,
Yep.
And I love the sentiment of this song, There's Always Tomorrow, and I don't want to give it away. I want to hear it in your words, because I remember you put up a Facebook post talking about the sentiment of this song, what we're going through as a human race with everything that's going on right now. So please, enlighten us.
Well, there's still a lot of things going on, right?
Yeah.
But in March, when the shutdown happened, in I think about 3 days, I was supposed to go to Africa with Jonathan Butler. So all of a sudden, I started getting all these cancellation phone calls from everybody. So honestly, for a couple weeks, I went through a depression. It was because I was thinking, what's going to happen to my kids? And, what world are they going to see in 10 years or in 15 years? That's really what was going through my head. So I started writing music, man. And I came up with that song. And, the whole depression thing, it got me out of that pretty quick. You know how it is. You start, writing music, you start feeling good. You start feeling encouraged and things. So that's kind of what happened. And then all the stuff happened, all the protests. But then positive things were happening also. So I was looking at the positive stuff that was happening. Young kids speaking out in a positive sense. I'm not talking about the riots and stuff. That's negative. I'm talking about the positive stuff that was happening. I felt encouraged, and that's why I named the song "There's Always Tomorrow."
Well, it's a great sentiment, and we definitely need those good vibes right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you right now, live, Darryl Williams with "There's Always Tomorrow."
Right, here we go.
Man, Darryl, really incredible song. And once again, we need those good vibes right now, man. So thank you for that. You had a song that just completely blew up all the way to #2 on Billboard. Do You Remember? And featured, as you mentioned, Michael Linkton. Tell us about that tune.
Well, that song, I just wanted to write something funky. I was just thinking something funky, so.
Man, well, funky it is, and you were nice enough to let me jam on this one, so...
Hey, but you played on the record. You played on the song, too.
Hey, man, I'm honored. I'm honored, man. Well, hey, let's do it again one more time right now, ladies and gentlemen. Do You Remember?
Let's do it.
Oh man, Darryl, what a blast. What a great tune. I can see why it was a smash hit. And real quick, before we get out of here, please let the people know where they can find you online and social media.
Okay, my website is darrylwilliamsmusic.com, and you can follow me on Instagram at Instagram/DWMusic2. And my Facebook is Darryl Williams Music. Please like and share, as they say.
Yeah. No, please support Darryl. Such incredible music. He's got the tune out right now. I know there's another one coming soon.
That's right.
So
I'm working on the record, man. Moving along. I'm probably going to utilize your services. So
oh man, it will be my pleasure, man. We've been making, we're getting close to 10 years making music together, man. So let's keep it going. Let's do another 20, 30 at least.
Right on.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Darryl, for coming through. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you having me, my man. Thank you.
All right. What is up, Gino? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Man, not as good as you, it looks like, man. I love the setting you got there. You got the grand piano, you got the bookshelf, man. You have such a unique just start to your career. You're from Curacao. What prompted you, first of all, to pick up the piano, but then to come to the States and pursue music?
Well, I don't come from a musical family, but somehow I always loved music, even at a very young age. And so I would always noodle about with instruments. I started with the ukulele, did that for 3 years and got really good at it. And my ukulele teacher said, I don't have anything else to teach you. So I had my mom, and I'm not going to keep paying for that if he doesn't have anything else to teach you. So I switched over to the piano at 12 and I started taking lessons, and I just loved the instrument. I always wanted to play it, never had one, but I would go to people's houses and practice on their pianos. And anyways, fast forward, I come to the States at 18 and I'm in college studying computer science. And my plan was to just keep practicing piano on my own and get better at it. But then when I saw what all the other music majors were doing, I said, I think I'm gonna need some extra help for that. So I got a teacher and, got my degree. And then after that, started doing music.
Wow, and I, in reading about you, I didn't realize you went on to get a master's in classical piano, is that correct?
I did, and my biggest motivation for doing that was because I was a huge I still am, a huge Oscar Peterson fan.
Oh yeah.
And, he was classically trained, so my thought was if I can get a classical degree, then after college I take jazz private lessons, then I can get to where Oscar Peterson, was. So.
But you've also played with a bunch of people, bunch of household names: Elon Trotman, Althea Renee. Karen Briggs. So man, kudos to you just diving in and just getting headfirst in the industry. And I was just like, hey man, I think you should make a record. And you not only did you make a record, but it's killing. Still Waters Run Deep, and it was a huge honor for me to produce a couple tunes. And so what prompted you want to step out and do your own record?
After I was playing with all of you guys as a sideman, I was getting all these ideas just from hearing all of your music, and I thought it was so cool, the music that you guys were writing. And I thought, man, I'm playing this, but I kind of want to do my own music too. I have all these ideas in my head. I named it Still Waters Run Deep. It's because all these years as a sideman, it felt like I had all this information, all these ideas hidden in me, and so now it's finally coming out. So, Still Waters Run Deep. So now it's, there's more. There was always more to me than what I let out. So
a lot of you out there watching this AH Live episode definitely heard Gino's first single, which featured Marcus Anderson, because it just blew up on Watercolors. I must have heard it at least 20 times on Watercolors, man. So that must have been a really cool experience hearing your tune on that station.
Yeah. I have never had anything on Sirius XM before, so when my radio promoter called me like 2 days after I released the song to tell me that it was on Sirius XM. I still didn't understand what really that big of a deal it was until, I talked to you and several other people to tell you that, hey, I'm on Sirius now. You guys explained to me what that really meant. And then I was like, whoa, okay, this is awesome.
It was a fun groove. We wrote that one together, and then we did one more Sunday, 3 p.m., and it features Elon Trotman, and it's coming out today. Very cool, man.
So Sunday, 3 p.m., that's going to be the third single from this record, and released today. So fingers crossed, we'll see where this one goes. The second one was Road Trip, and that one made it a little farther onto the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
And the first one did, so I'm hoping for, to reach the top 30 with this one. So fingers crossed, we'll see what's going to happen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give it to you right now. So live, Gino Rosaria with Sunday, 3 p.m. Man, Gino, what a killing tune, and you just sound so burning on that tune, man. Thank you for playing for us.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Real quick, before we get out of here, please let people know where they can find you online and in social media.
Fortunately, my name is pretty unique. So if you just Google my name, Gino Rosaria, Gino Rosaria, all my stuff will come up. You can go to my website and purchase my CDs, and I would personally sign them and mail them to you. Or you can go to any streaming service and pull up my name, and you can stream my music. And also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Again, if you just search my name, there's not many Gino Rosarias out there, so you can easily find.
Perfect, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and lending your talents to AH Live, and hope to catch up with you soon, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks, man. Stay safe. All the best.
Oh, yes, Gino Rosaria. How about that? What a talent. And an even better guy, just dear friend of mine, and appreciate him coming on, and Darryl Williams. Man, so much great music. What a blast making music with both of those guys. And I think you know what time it is. It's time for the Cat Cam. Let's bring in my lovely wife, Cat Holly. There she is. What's going on?
Not much, just reading the comments.
All right. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, just a little tired. I
Yeah.
should have had some espresso.
I definitely did. I definitely had a shot of it. We got one of those Nespresso machines. I know it's sacrilege to those of you that do the real thing, but we went and got one of those $100 Nespresso machines. But it's got the caffeine. Hey, it wakes you up. So
The real one is coming. It's been a few years we've wanted one, but it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. We'll work it out. But
And a lot of you probably think like, dang, she's tired all the time. The last few weeks I've been doing a lot of work around the house. So
yeah, no, we've been doing
I'm
some
tired.
sprucing up. So, but well, let's dive in. First of all, what did you think of Darryl Williams and Gino Rosaria?
Well, Darryl and Gino are both really good friends of Adam's. So we've met Gino maybe like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And we've just been really cool ever since. Darryl we've known for a long time.
Yep.
And Darryl, I have to say, is one of my favorite bass players that I like to perform with. I'm always grooving off of Darryl's energy. Every song is just like perfect. And he's just
got
the
great
man.
energy.
And Darryl's lovely wife, Violet, she's one of my closest
What's
friends.
up, Violet? How you
Hi,
doing?
Violet.
I'm sure she's out there tuning in. I saw
That
Darryl
is my
chiming in.
girl.
So yeah.
We've traveled together. We've stayed in the same hotel room, slept in the same bed. We cook at each other's homes. We're always talking on the phone, laughing, praying together. So
You talking about me the whole time?
Of course.
But something good, right? She didn't answer that. Oh man, the disrespect.
The ladies, you guys know how it is. Girl
wow.
talk.
All right. Well, let's
everyone had great things to say about
I was gonna say,
Darryl
let's
too.
transition. What did the people
Transition.
say? And by the way, we're just about to do Ask Adam, as you know. And so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And but yeah, what are the people saying?
The people, during Darryl's interview, so many people loved the wonderful stories, Darryl, that you told, especially in Tokyo.
Oh yeah. Darryl, if I was thinking about trying to grab the picture, but I didn't because I didn't get permission. But if you want to drop, we wouldn't mind if you want to drop the picture in the comments. There's a picture of him with that group in Japan, and it's of the time period. So if you want to bless us, Darryl, if not, it's all good. But anyways, just great backstory, and man, Darryl, obviously incredible solo artist, but before that was just playing with everybody, and
Yeah, and I had no idea that Darryl played with Shaka.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think he said 03, 04, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So during Darryl's interview, Jerry Walters says you're a great musician and even better person. Leon Lee says about both of you and Darryl are very humorous and she loves your guys' relationship.
Yep.
And Darryl has a phenomenal background.
Yeah.
Gary Palmer also says phenomenal musician and great interview talking about Darryl. When we got to Gino, so many people loved Gino.
Yeah.
And we're just so impressed by him and just so glad to be introduced to him. So many people were saying they loved his sound, they loved his song, they love his energy, they love how he smiles when he plays, which is important because we know a lot of people, they play and they don't, kind of engage with the viewer. So that was awesome. Joe Rosem says, beautiful, great tune. Ruth English, I think she must be a friend or a family of Gino. She says, love you, Gino. Kat Finn, she says, love the title to the album, Still Waters Run Deep. I know.
Yeah, that's a
such
great
an
title.
Amazing title. Night Groove, when you guys were talking about his song on Sirius, Gino actually came here to our house and worked with Adam for, was it a day or a couple of days?
Couple of days. The first day, I think we wrote Night Groove, and then the second day, this was during the NAMM show, so he was out here, hanging out for the NAMM show in Anaheim, which is, if you're not familiar, it's a huge music convention in Orange County once a year, and actually there's a summer NAMM in Nashville as well. But at any rate, so yeah, while he was out here, we wrote a couple tunes, and they ended up being 2 of his singles. So it was a real pleasure working with him. And so the first day we did Night Groove, and the second day we did Sunday 3 p.m., which you heard today. So pretty cool.
And as you guys can imagine, when Adam is working on a song, either on his own or when he has friends and clients come to the house, we hear the songs about 300 times.
What are you trying to say?
So Adam Jr. and I we were in an Uber because we were meeting up with Adam to go eat, and the Uber driver had it on Sirius on Watercolors, and Adam Jr., he says, Mom, this is Gino's song.
Yeah.
And I said, is it? And I asked the Uber driver to turn it up, and I said, oh my gosh, it is. And I texted Adam, and he texted Gino, and Gino was able to catch it, and so it was really fun.
Yeah. No, I do remember that. Yeah, Adam Jr., he's paying attention sometimes.
Exactly. So we also have people shouting out from where they're watching from, as always. We have Deborah Childs Baker. She's watching from Diamond Bar, which is like right down the freeway.
All right, neighbor. Hey, neighbor.
Nicole Caselli. She's watching from Lower Slower, Delaware. Is that like a real name, Lower Slower? Or is that just like...
I don't know. We're West Coasters, so, we don't know.
Edgar Correa, he's watching from Boca Raton, Florida. Hi.
Oh, okay.
Valerie Kovacs from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada.
What's up?
Robert Blake watching from Tallahassee, Florida.
Robert, always in the house.
Diane Otley Johnson, Cathedral City. Donnie Moten, El Paso.
Right.
I think the name is Kao or Cal, right? He said he's listening from Hawaii.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Aloha.
Aloha.
Thanks for tuning in.
And then we have Chuck Campbell and Shelly Singleton. They're both watching from St. Louis.
Oh, what's up? What's up, St. Louis?
When you were playing I Don't Mind at the top of the show, Elizabeth Garza. Hi, Elizabeth.
What's up? Fresno in the house.
Fresno. She says, I love this song.
Oh,
Diane Barnes says, fabulous. Creston Jordan. What does he say? Magical Mondays. He says, nice guitar shots, and you're rocking that shirt.
Oh, thank you. Creston, I'm putting it on you. We need more alliteration because we're moving to Wednesdays starting next week. So we had Magical Mondays. We need Wonderful Wednesdays or something. It's on you, Creston.
Cheryl Walters also said she loves the guitar cam, and she said guitar cam is bomb. And a lot of people were saying yay for Wednesday.
All right. Yes, and thank you, everybody, for chiming in. I had kind of an unofficial poll last week. I said, hey, we're going to move from Mondays. The biggest reason is because I teach down in Orange County, and it's just not possible to get back up here to where we live in time to do the show. It's just like, unless I had a supersonic jet. So we had to find another day, and the days that really made the most sense were Wednesday, Friday. So I put it to you guys, and Wednesday won out overwhelmingly. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and starting next week, September 9th, we're going to be every Wednesday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So look for that starting next week.
We had a lot of our friends watching, too. We had Steve Cole in the house.
Yes, Steve Cole, amazing saxophonist. And I saw his sax pack brethren Jeff Cashua in the house as well. So we had 2 of the sax
Yeah,
pack.
Steve
So
and Jeff.
yeah.
We have Nick Coleon. Uncle
Oh, what's
Nick.
up,
Hi,
Nick?
Nick.
Oh,
Happy belated
man.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, man. Thanks for hanging. He was here last week, I believe. So yeah, so good to always
Yeah.
good to see you, Nick.
And Steve Hall, also watching, says that you guys are amazing when you and Daryl
Oh.
were playing together.
Steve is amazing. He's mastered actually everything you heard. He masters all of my stuff, and he did Daryl's tunes and Gino's as well. So, and also JJ Sanseverino was in the house,
Yeah.
guitarist extraordinaire, and it was good to hear from him as well.
And JJ actually had commented in the little chat board here when Daryl was doing his interview and said
Yeah.
that Daryl was the first person or one of the first people to really help him out when he came to LA.
Well, yeah.
And so he was just saying he's good people.
He is. He is. Me too. I meant that in the interview. You know, I had been touring, but not in the contemporary jazz world, and it's true. Daryl recommended me to Huge, and kind of the rest was history. That's how I met Gerald and Richard Elliott, and then I ended up. This was all back in I think 2011. And then a couple years later, started playing with Culbertson and Dave Koz. So appreciate you, Daryl, man. Check us in the mail.
Oh, Juanita Canley, she has one alliteration for Wednesday. She
Okay.
says wonderful Wednesdays coming up.
All right, there you go. All right,
So
Creston, you got competition.
Preston, you gotta bring it.
Oh man. Well, did we have any questions out there for Ask Adam?
We have a couple of questions. Linda Dickinson says, "Can you get Huge Groove to come on? That would be awesome."
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to message him and try to drum up a little bit of put a little heat under his chair,
Right.
Because of course would love to have him, and so yes, drop him a line on social media or email. Let's see if we can't poke the bear. Yeah, would love to have him, but I do have some incredible guests coming. As soon as we get done with Ask Adam, I'm gonna share with you the schedule for September. You're gonna be really happy. I promise you.
Robert Crutcher.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was a question for you or for Daryl because it was during Daryl's interview. So Daryl, you can answer in the chat board there, and then Adam, you can answer. He says, "Do you ever just stop in at local venues and jam?"
Oh,
Pre-COVID,
yeah.
I'm assuming.
Love jamming, and Daryl used to have an incredible. Well, he still does. He has a cool jam. Although they're on break, I believe, right now. But he's been doing Sundays down in Temecula. But for a long time, he had a Wednesday night jam, and I used to love going down there. He had me as a special guest. Several, I would say, at least 4 or 5 times. I might be underestimating. It might have been more. But yeah, and then of course when I moved to LA, that's the way that you get out and meet fellow musicians and kind of establish yourself in the scene. So I used to sit in all the time. I used to go out 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week, and go to all the hangs, and especially out in North Hollywood is a real hot spot to meet a lot of musicians, like Hotel Cafe, the Federal, the Baked Potato, world famous venue for jazz fusion. So yeah, used to do that all the time, and fortunately now been fortunate to be working and busy, so I don't do it as much as I used to. But yeah, that's a big part of getting started in the industry for sure.
And then too, if you're just like in the area of somewhere, a lot of the times when Adam was playing around town, he would see that one of his friends was playing somewhere. They would text him.
Yep.
And he would just drop off. That actually happened to us. We were in Temecula. I believe we were promoting the Adam Holly Christmas show. This was last December.
Yeah.
And Daryl lives in Temecula, and we were in Temecula at a winery at one of Monty Seward's open mic jams. And Adam texted Daryl and said, "Hey, I'm over here, come through if you're free." And so Daryl didn't think he would be able to come through because he was working. And then like at the end of the night, like 30 minutes before it ended, he and Violet showed up.
Yeah.
And he just jumped on and jammed at a few songs. And so a lot of the times it could just be spur of the moment. So
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about music. I've actually jammed with people that we didn't even speak the same language. I remember when I was on tour with Jennifer Lopez, we ended up in, we were somewhere in Asia, and, we were just at a club, and then next thing you know, I was jamming with somebody that didn't speak English, but we were both playing Watermelon Man, Herbie Hancock, because it's just a famous song. And so that's the amazing thing and beautiful thing about music is it's a universal language. And even if you don't speak the same, vocabulary, you can make some music together. So it's a pretty cool thing.
And that's actually a great setup for this next question.
Okay.
Someone said, do you ever do classes, I'm assuming like master classes, outside the U.S.?
Oh, yeah, I've done a ton. Gosh, I've done master classes, and shout out to Daniel Chia. He's had me at a master class in Singapore. Shout out to Gianni Vincenti. I've done a couple master class, and Ilya, fantastic guitar player out there. They had me do a few master classes out in Italy, Spain, and then I've done a ton throughout the States. And I really enjoy it. As you know, I'm mentioning it all the time. Obviously I teach regularly down in Orange County at Saddleback College, but I really enjoy doing master classes as well. And I went to University of Southern California. They've had me back there several times to do master classes. Shout out to Richard Smith. So I have a big heart for education. It was a huge part of my career to get me started, and so I try to give back where I can. So definitely enjoy it.
And then too, with the languages, pretty much all around the world, people speak English. That's just, one of their many languages that they speak. So sometimes it's not an issue. But then a lot of the times people will have like interpreters, just like another student or another staff member. So Adam will say a little bit and then wait, and then the interpreter would speak, and then people would be like, oh, okay. Because I do know that I don't know, not to me, but a lot of people say you're a fast talker.
Oh.
If you guys know of Tony Moore, amazing drummer, all through LA and all over the world, who does he play with?
Oh, everybody. Right now he's with Bobby Caldwell, but he's played with Robin Ford. The list goes on. And Gerald Albright he was with for many years. So, yeah, great drummer.
His wife is French. She's from France.
Oh.
And so when Helen, when they first got married, she would tell me, Kat, she's like, I can understand Adam a little bit, but he talks so fast, I can't get every word. So I told Adam, I said, when you speak to Helen, speak slowly. Because she's still trying to, learn English.
Oh, that's funny. Well, when you got something to say, you try to get it out. So.
Yes.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, honey.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure. And I'm gonna bend your arm right now. Are we gonna get you to sing next week?
Yeah.
That sounded like a but then she's gonna hit me after the episode.
No, yes.
But the people miss you, and I miss hearing your melodious voice.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to bend her arm in front of all of you guys. So drop into the comments if you want to hear next week. And,
okay, well, I'll make it a point to not do any heavy DIY stuff towards the end of this week.
There we go.
Way, Monday I won't be dead. And I can actually sing.
Awesome.
I do want to say thank you to a lot of people in the comments always asking about my mom.
Yeah.
How she's doing with her COVID recovery. She's doing better. She says she's getting stronger, and I can see in her face when we video chat with each other that she's getting a little more color, and her eyes, are coming back to normal. Before they had like the dark circles around, what people look like when they're really sick. But she still has a long way to go. I am just so thankful that she is where she's at now. A lot of lingering symptoms. What a lot of people don't know is even when people test negative after having COVID, or if they've had COVID for months, there still are lingering symptoms that they still suffer with, even though they may feel better overall, or if they're testing negative. And I also just had to say I'm so thankful that she's here with us, because I got horrible news yesterday. A really good friend of mine that I grew up with, and I was really close with her family as they were with my family, and her father just passed away from COVID, and he was in the hospital for 6 weeks. And she texted me, and she said he fought as hard as he could, but his lungs were so tired. And it just makes me feel so horrible, because there's so many people still not doing what they're supposed to. There's so many people believing that the numbers, it's not real or something like that. And it's mind-boggling to me, because there's so many people that are hurting and sick and that are dying. And it's just really, really sad because he was just such a great man. He treated me like his own. He used to introduce me to people as his third daughter because I was always at their house. And he just was really special, and it's really hard. It's really sad. And I'm just so thankful because that could have been my mom, in the hospital and not coming home. And I just thank God that she's home. And even though she's still struggling to recover, she's alive. And I just can't stress it enough, you guys. Please, please, please be safe for yourself. Be safe for your family, friends, people that you don't know. And this is not a joke. This is real. And people are losing people, and people are sick and being sick for a long time. So.
Yeah. No, thank you for that, Kat.
Thank you, guys.
And our thoughts and prayers are with Bernadette and her family. And we appreciate you guys so much. Always checking in on Grammy. And I think I saw her mention in the comments, it's a long road, but we're so grateful and feel fortunate that she's getting a little better each day. So yeah, just be safe out there. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
All right. So wow, what an incredible episode. And thanks again so much to Darryl and to Gino for coming through. And as promised, I want to let you guys know about what's coming up. So, as I mentioned, we're moving to Wednesdays. If you've noticed, I've said that about 8 times today. But we're going to Wednesdays starting next week. So our next episode will be September 9th and featuring the one and only Dave Koz. That's right. The man himself is coming through for some great conversation and some incredible music. And he's got a brand new album that's coming out. And I was really fortunate to play on a couple tunes. And the album is just incredible. And so I'm really excited to have him come through. I've had the honor of working with him since 2013 in so many different capacities, and really excited to have him on AH Live. So next Wednesday, September 9th, Mr. Dave Koz. And let's check out next month. We've got a really incredible schedule. Dave Koz, September 9th. Chieli Minucci of Special Effects on September 16th. Rick Braun, September 23rd, and we finish up the month with another doubleheader of Freddie Fox, fantastic guitarist, and Danny Lehrman, a dear friend of mine. I had the pleasure of working on his current single, which is coming out next week. And so we're going to have a lot of fun in September, all on Wednesdays, all at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be an incredible month, and I hope you'll join us every Wednesday. Next week, Dave Koz. And real quick, don't want to beat you guys over the head, but if you want to support the show, just one more reminder: PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and now Stars. And we appreciate you guys so much. It's just been incredible to see the support week after week after week. So real quick, before we get out of here, I want to do one more song for you guys. And we're going to finish it out. Let me find my tune here. We're going to finish out with a tune of mine that I dedicated to my lovely wife. It's a tune called Thinking of You. And it is a tune that featured the one and only Najee on the original. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Thinking of You. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another episode of AH Live. We had the distinct pleasure of having Darryl Williams and Gino Rosaria in the house. And don't forget, next week, the one and only Dave Kaz. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you Wednesday, September 9th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hope you all have a great evening. Good night.